Hello everyone and welcome back. For those of you who are familiar with my channel, you might find this video a bit strange. Considering that motorcycle riding season is over, I thought maybe a good idea to post a different content, something that will keep this channel going throughout winter months. Today I will talk about Fujinon 55-200 zoom lens. Again, this is not a full-blown review, but more like a first impressions after 5 months of ownership. Now, I'm not going to bore you with detailed specs because you can find this information absolutely everywhere, so maybe we can jump right into it. Let's talk about build quality. Like many other Fujinon lenses, 55-200 is built solid. Thanks to metal body and high quality plastic, the lens feels much more expensive. 55-200 is one of the heavier Fuji lenses, along with the big brother Fujinon 50-140 and another wide coverage zoom 18-135. All that is simply forgotten when you compare to Canon, Nikon or Sony counterparts. It still feels small, light, and for a lack of better word, highly manageable. Although the lens extends when zooming, the front element does not rotate, and this is definitely a good thing, especially if you're using circular polarizing filters. Now, how about the look and feel? Personally, I think 55-200 is well-balanced lens. The focusing ring is super smooth, it's pleasure to use. Like many other Fujinon lenses, you have a dedicated aperture ring. Each click corresponds to a third of the stop. Unfortunately, the ring doesn't come with numeral markings, therefore aperture values must be assessed through the camera screen, but once again, this is not a big deal at all. The lens comes with two switches, one for aperture control, which can be auto or manual, and the other one for image stabilization. Once again, it can be on or off. If you're a Fuji shooter, this is pretty standard stuff. So how about autofocusing and image stabilization on this lens? Well, the internal focusing motor is completely silent. The lens can be used for video shooting without any problems. The autofocusing speed of my X-T2 is excellent, although I think it might be even better on newer cameras such as X-T3, X-T30 or X Pro 3. Image stabilization is once again outstanding. I believe that Fuji claim it can save you 4.5 stop of light, and I can definitely confirm that. Okay, so let's talk about important stuff like image quality. Contrary to some usual subject you will shoot with this lens, like nature, wildlife, or sports, I use my 55-200 mostly for street photography, believe it or not. The focal range offers a great object separation, and its long reach ensures that you're not intimidating your subject, and in many cases people aren't even aware they're being photographed. The lens sharpness is impressive, especially in a range between 55 and 135 millimeters. In my opinion, it peaks around 100. At 200, the sharpness is still okay. Images are definitely usable, but you might need some sharpening done in post-production. All said and done, I still consider this lens to be one of the sharpest zoom lenses in Fuji's arsenal. 55-200 renders very well. Beside those custom color profiles, the zoom lens produces very unique photos with distinct look and feel. It is resistant to flaring, and purple fringing is literally non-existent. At the end, we can summarize. In my opinion, Fujinon 55-200 is an excellent general-purpose zoom lens. The focal coverage can serve you so well in many different shooting situations. For example, between 55 and 70 mm, it can be a great portrait lens. It's sharp, contrasty, and bokeh quality is pretty darn good. If you're planning to shoot wildlife, nature, or sports, in daylight of course, this can be a perfect telephoto zoom. Except the slight image softness at the very end of focal range at 200 mm, I can't really point out any other imperfection or major flaw. I mean, the lens is not perfect, but you will be hard-pressed to find a better bang for your buck. By the way, I bought mine used for approximately $400. I will highly recommend it to any Fuji shooter. This lens offers a whole lot of quality and value under one affordable price tag. Anyway, I hope you liked the video and found it somewhat helpful and informative. If you have any question or comment, don't forget to put it down in the comment section. Please hit that like and subscribe button because it will help me making this content in the future. Once again, thanks for watching and I'll see you next one. Cheers.